يلا. I should warn. You're dead! Come on. Yeah! Ella. Come on. May need to go underground a while. Off we go. This is it. Yeah! Come on. Yeah!
Somebody help me!
I'll serve your hide! Die! Malaka, how do I put it out? Put it down!
Shit! Got to smother it! Yalla.
That was good. What was that?
Come on.
Can't be here. Final warning. Watch it! Quest'anno di impiegati non mi sento.
Will not be outmaneuvered by the Athenians the way the Persians did to Leonidas. The blood of the enemy will show our leaders that my strategy is the right one.
These seals should help convince them.
You've done well. Our troops are on the move.
They underestimate Spartans.
They consider me much lower than a Spartan. Time to strike again. Athenian command will be slow to...
I'll kill the commanders.
Only fools want war. And so far it seems...
Good news, General?
Athenian commanders have been
Better unemployed than dead.
You're proving a solid ally. There's no...
Let me ask you something first.
waste of time.
You don't think much of Spartan leadership.
When I rise, they'll bow.
Here, consider it done. Magistrate Xanthi told me you've been having trouble with your farm.
Crop failure. It's as if Ares herself salted the earth.
How are the crops failing?
Blight. Few plants grow, and the ones that do are wilted and covered in spots. The gods would never let this happen if they were happy. It's my godless Ilotes, I tell you. You're a messenger of Zeus. You show them the light.
I'll find out what's happening.
Oh, thank Zeus. My Ilotes, Tefta and Maron. They work the fields, but they do not respect the gods. Teach them.
I haven't seen other farms in the area with blighted crops.
The grain grew in short and dry. Then the animals started to grow ill. Obvious signs of displeasing Persephone or her mother. Maron claims the animals have been poisoned.
What makes you blame your Ilotes?
They do not worship as you and I do. I thank Demeter for all she gives us at the end of each...
So, it's...
What else dictates our fates? Ugh, Tefta won't stop babbling about the soil. Thinks I overwork...
I'll go talk with your Ilotes and... I heard that the crops...
Laniki expects more crops every year.
So there could be nothing else causing the crop shortage.
I didn't say that.
I asked you a question, Ilot. I don't have all day.
I'm going to teach you to respect your elders, Mispios. Ha! You call that a fight?
Tell me what you know.
When I was a girl, the farm I lived on suffered a blight. My master burned everything. The plants, the disease.
Must have been quite the smell.
Quite the offering to the gods. The ashes fed the soil, and the next year, the stocks were higher than ever before.
I hope you're right. It's a wonder anything grows in this field, with all this mess crushing the plants. The tanners in Kefalonia use something that smells awful to make leather. It can't be good for the soil. The earth is stained here. That can't be good for the soil. It seems like fire is the only way to be sure of ending this blight. I believe I have to tidy everything up around here. Now I'm beginning to understand Tefta's anger.
Mis Dios.
Yere, Your master claims this blight is the will of...
Sometimes crops fail. Could be dry soil, could be insects. It's a shame about the donkey. He was more crucial to the farm's success than the master. Or you, for that matter.
If you're looking for a fight, Elot, you're going about it the right way.
Come on, then. Everyone's looking for an excuse to beat an Elot.
I will kill you!
You've proved your worth as a Spartan. You hit hard.
The water? Mauled to death. May your journey across the Styx be a more peaceful end than this. Debris might be getting stuck in this net. Maybe the dead man was a fisherman. These don't look like the knife wounds of a man. I'll bet it's the metal from the armor giving the water a bad taste. Ugh, that smell is going to linger on me. At least the river runs clear now. The diseased crops have been burned, and the river is cleared. That should be the last of the blight.
Oh, you truly are God-sent.
You were so busy looking to the sky that you ignored what was in front of you. The gods are not responsible for cleaning the fields or the river. That's on you.
What? You dare? Xanthi said you are an agent of Zeus, but you are a false...
The poison in your fields is nothing compared to the poison in your heart.
Just ignore him. Zeus will recognize his mistake in choosing a champion soon enough.
I could hear your foot.
You'll be glad to know I've been to the statue of Athena at the Acropolis.
If only I could have been there to feel your presence. Would you describe her to me?
If Athens is a city of statues, then Athena is their guardian. She stands high above everything, on guard over the city.
Yes. Not just standing tall to protect Athens, but to serve as a reminder of the suffering those poor people endured during the invasion.
Your turn to tell me something. You said a man tried to kill you.
The man who rose up to kill the tyrant Xerxes was named Darius. He was of a new creed of killers, unlike any Persia had known. He was also
a killer of kings, hired to kill a simple blind man. Why?
I have your interest, do I? Tell another tale, and I will
I've traveled to the Acrocorinth. From there, I could see all of Corinthia.
I can only wonder at what the worshippers of Aphrodite do to pay her tribute.
The Aetera keep the spirit of Aphrodite alive, usually well into the night.
Exactly as your goddess deserves. When I was younger, I'd lie awake dreaming of what it would be like to go. Worship, of course.
Now that's out of the way, you owe me a tale. You said the king-killer Darius was hired to kill you too?
He was. By my brother.
Your brother? None of this is making any sense, old man.
I trust you, so I will tell you. My brother and I are the last living sons of King Xerxes.
Impossible. That would make you a king.
I was. My name was Artaxerxes. I guided Persia through a time of peace. But my brother wanted the throne and plotted my death. Now, I hide here. Exiled.
Yes, a tale. I returned to Mount Aegatos.
Returned? Tell me, did you meet the mountain god who devours Spartan children?
The mountain is just a mountain, like any other. What makes Taygetos a place of suffering is the people there.
That is true of all the world's worst places.
When I was a child,
I could tell from the moment I met you that you carried the burden of suffering. Let it stay in the past.
Now you tell me, King Artaxerxes, how can I believe your story? You don't exactly look like royalty.
Well, that's the point. I am hiding.
Show me proof.
I could. You see, I knew a man named Themistocles.
The Athenian general. I heard stories about him being ostracized from Athens.
Over petty politics. He came to Persia to me, looking for refuge. I was king, but only a boy. He spent his days learning Persian and telling me stories of his home. Places like the Acrocorinth, Mount Taygetos.
The places you wished you could see.
I loved the tales and loved Themistocles like a father. He was kinder to me than Xerxes ever was. Tell me one last tale.
If you'd like to hear about the bird, I could describe it to you.
Nothing would make me happier.
It's a majestic statue, built from the blades of fallen soldiers. It's so high above Stymphalos and the golden fields below. Up there, I could forget there was a war.
So it is as it was told to me. The bird commemorates Heracles' fight against chaos, built on a place of calm. Hopefully, one draws out the best in the other.
So, I've been to the 5 places Themistocles told you about in his tales.
For that, my soul will be eternally grateful. As for my tale, Themistocles died peacefully in Persia, as one of us. I promise him I'd see the places he told me about. His stories will live on in me. And now you...
And what of your story?
I let the people believe Darius succeeded in killing me, so I could escape.
Artaxerxes, there's something else you should know.
Yes?
My grandfather was Leonidas of Sparta.
That means...
Your father, King Xerxes, killed my grandfather.
Then you're bound by blood to avenge him.
Attack Xerxes, false king! These Mythios led me right to you. Time to finish what I started.
Alexios, please!
Stand behind me.
Fuck! I'm burning!
Artaxerxes, are you hurt?
Despite being bound by honor to avenge Leonidas, you saved me. Thank you.
I had no choice. That man wanted you dead. Must have been another one of your executioners.
It was. If he doesn't return to Persia, my brother will send another, then another. It's time this old man accepts his fate.
You're a brave man, Artaxerxes.
A trait I learned from Themistocles. Now, as for you, I owe you payment.
Well, I did save your life, and I went on an adventure for you, Your Highness.
You did? Though, much of what you said is not how I remember Themistocles.
Things change?
Ah, we approve of that, aren't we? Now, for Themistocles' treasure, find the tomb in Salamis where he made his triumphant stand against my father's navy. That's where your reward awaits.
Goddess of war and wisdom, does it please you, I wonder, to watch your city
You have the habit of appearing the moment I need you. What a power I may wield.
Is there ever a time you don't need me?
Good point.
The drunk politician you had me take home. We ran into a bit of trouble.
That's terrible. I'm glad to see you're okay.
Yes, thankfully we both made it out alive.
Oh, I see. Thank you for telling me.
You seem disappointed.
I'm just impressed you were able to save the both of you.
You said you needed something.
Ah, to business already. Fine. It's simple, really. There's an item that holds great sentimental value I'd like you to retrieve.
What do I need to find?
It's an Olisvos. If you saw it on the ground, even you wouldn't bend over to pick it up. But it means so much to me. To hold it again would mean more than you know.
I never took you for someone who cared for sentimental things.
I'm so much more than my beautiful face and flowing blonde locks.
Like what?
Well, let's see. People forget I'm an orphan, that Pericles isn't my father.
I know what it's like to lose family too.
We have that in common. There's more to you than I thought, Mistios. Now, where were we?
You're a big boy. Get it yourself.
I sure am. But there's a small chance the woman who has it won't exactly be happy to see me again.
There has to be a story behind this thing.
When you see the Olisvos, you'll know. When you have it in your hands, against your skin, when you feel the weight of it, you'll know.
Every time we talk, it seems like you're about to sleep with someone. Or want to. Or you've just finished. Is this woman the most recent one?
Who said I slept with her?
It was a safe guess. How do you find time for anything else?
Determination, mostly. There's a closeness you can only feel with someone in those moments. Who wouldn't crave that?
I'll get the Olivos for you.
There's a small chance the woman may wish to keep it for herself, to spite me. It may be...
Don't worry. You'll have it. It's made out of stone. I guess that could work.
Ah, that's it in your hand. You brought it. It's different than I remember it looking. And much bigger, too. She's going to miss it.
This was never yours, was it? You had me steal it.
We didn't just steal an Olisvos. We stole a family heirloom and a husband's confidence. Without it, he'll be focused on his wife instead of his business. I think she'll enjoy it.
So it is sentimental. Just not to you.
The only thing that matters is you retrieved the Olisvos and helped me a great deal.
And what about me?
Now, we wash each other's backs, don't we? There's a reason you never turn me down, after all. How about I show you how these Olisvos can make all the difference?
You know you've made me curious. Let's try it out.
I knew you'd be open to it.
Oh, That was... something.
It's different, but you'll get used to it.
Oh, I hope you're right. I should be extra careful in this area.
A power I wield indeed. I told you last time I thought I could summon you when needed. And it has...
And for what this time?
My friend here needs to be taken to the sanctuary of Elefsis, near the border of Mecharis.
So, do you want to lie to me now?
Whatever do you mean?
Is this friend of yours actually a friend? I'm not going to find out there.
I'm hurt that you jump straight to accusations. A relation...
You'd rather lie than trust me.
Some things are better left unsaid, and many things are for your own protection.
I can protect myself. You know that.
Fine. I'll try to be more forthcoming in the future.
Let's get to it. I'm just supposed to take your friend across the border.
Yes.
Nothing else?
Carefully, if you can. Avoid roads, people, be invisible. My friend must be kept safe.
I'll make sure he's...
I'd hoped you'd...
Every time you ask me to do something secret...
Not everyone was born with your beautiful muscles built for...
There are lots of safe passages through these...
He could, but imagine if something happened, and you say...
And why do you always turn to me?
You've proven yourself worthy.
We should be on our way.
He needs to get to the sanctuary of Elefsis. It isn't far.
It won't be a problem.
I'm glad we aren't going by sea. Alcibiades told me about you. He
Let's
said
hope no one notices me here.
possible.
Ella. Come on. Ella. Yeah! Ella. Yeah! Come on. Easy now.
That's better. I was starting to get sweaty under that hood.
You're a woman.
Nice of you to notice.
Alcibiades said...
Exactly what I told him to. It was safer that way. I owe Alcibiades a lot for his help, and for trusting you with my life as well.
Enough lies. Tell me what's happening.
I said I was a man, so nobody would recognize me. I needed to escape my husband unseen.
And you trusted Alcibiades?
No one escapes my husband. He'd find me. It's been tough.
So let me guess. Alcibiades owed you a favor, or now has some...
I'm not sure what you mean. He didn't ask anything of me, and I've never known him to do so.
I'm glad I could help.
Please give Alcibiades my thanks. I only wish I had more to offer him. And you. Now I'll make my way to Megaris. Thank you, Miss Dios.
This area will be well defended.
το παραμένει.
Τι λαμβάνει η χώρα.
Και διελθύν εντάφτα. Βοηθήσει της.
The sun and moon combined could not grant the beauty that my bride-to-be was gifted. If the gods blessed me, they did so with one eye closed. But their eyes were wide open.
I'm hurt. You never talk to me like that.
My sweet Misthios, such words cannot be handed out at will. It's as though Apollo himself is speaking through me.
So, you're in love.
Yes, the wedding nears.
If you need help, I'm here for it.
Accepting before knowing what I ask of you? That's a rare surprise. I do still need a few things.
I've known you for a while now, but you...
There's plenty I haven't mentioned. I'm sure you...
So what is it about Iris that turns you...
You're not jealous, are you? Don't worry. She's very open.
So, flowers...
She should be at the altar of love. Aptly named, don't you think? Oh, and don't be...
I think this will be a nice enough offering.
Θεόν πάτερ η δέκαιε, σκυπτούχε, κούρε δημάτορ, βοτριόκος με οδηγέ των κομμών. Ελθέ μάκαρ μίστες υβρίων και χαριμέ...
Ella. Come on. Here, there it is. I should stay hidden if I don't want to fight. These flowers should be good enough for the wedding.
Let me guess. Alcibiades sent you.
He did. How did you know?
He has a skill for making others do things he doesn't want to. On top of that, he prefers it.
It almost sounds like you're...
Making him fall in love with me, of course. Please, Alcibiades is not the man you marry for love.
Then why are you marrying him?
Alcibiades has a true chance of ruling one day. Well, he'll be the face, but I'll be the one truly leading.
How can you treat someone like Alcibiades that way?
Oh, please. If anyone deserves it, it's Alcibiades. Surely you've noticed. The obsession with sex.
So lying to him is what he deserves?
Of course. And it's not like he'll get nothing in return. I mean...
And what if I tell Alcibiades all of this?
Why would you? You've seen him. He's happy. And I'll make sure he stays that way. There's nothing wrong with me getting something in return. But it's your choice. Thanks for helping with the wedding.
Darkness. I should use it. Ella. It's all done.
Wonderful. So, what did you think about Iris?
You must see something in her that I don't.
Well, that's true. Quite often, too. But still, I'm surprised to hear you say that.
You can't marry her. She told me she's using you for her own gain.
Is that so?
It is.
I knew she was special. To think I wasn't able to catch on. I can't wait to marry her. I'm glad you and I were able to work together, Alexios.
So what was all of this for? Everything you had me do couldn't have been for nothing.
You've earned my trust. Are you sure you want to know?
So that package in Corinthia.
I almost forgot about that. I needed to get rid of the Odoros to pay off a debt. Plus, I needed spies, and my plan worked. Thanks to you.
All right. What about the politician?
He was brilliant and opposed me. A fatal combination. So, he needed replacing, and I had a much dumber man perfect for the job. He survived the party and you got him home safely. But it didn't matter in the end.
The woman with the Olisvos.
We talked about this. It wasn't about the woman, but her husband. He governs the trade routes between Attica and Mecharis. Or, I should say, I do now.
What about your friend, the one pretending to be a man?
That was out of the goodness of my heart. And gods curse anyone who doubts that.
So that package... I've heard enough.
Aren't you going to ask me about Iris?
Let me guess. Rich house, respected family, with...
Of course not. I marry for love. If those other things happen, well, I wouldn't complain.
I never would have guessed.
Each time everyone sees a more serious Alcibiades. The Alcibiades I've only shown glimpses of in the past. One day you'll see everything I was working toward. And you'll know you helped make it happen. Attica and lands far beyond will thank you, even if they don't know your name.
I'm glad I could help. Oh, I'll make sure you don't forget me when you lead Athens.
I'd never forget you. You're far too useful. It's such a beautiful day, and there will be so many more to come. Thanks to you, Alexios.
When did this happen? Earlier today. I was taking my boy fishing when we heard the screams.
What were they doing out there?
A hunting party, I think.
We must send aid at once. Thank the gods you're here. A hunting party has been attacked outside the city, near the cursed land of Oedipus.
Any survivors?
This man saw dead bodies, but he could still hear screaming.
There are many dangerous beasts out in the wild. If someone is injured, they won't last long.
I need you to go and rescue whoever is still alive, and put an end to the dangerous beast that attacked them.
All right, I'll destroy the beast and see if anyone's still in one piece.
If they are, bring them back to me, and I'll do what I can to save them.
I'll go and find the trail. Must be what's left of the hunting party. Ella! I need to get him back to Hippocrates before he bleeds out all over me.
Come on!
How's the patient?
He'll survive if I treat his injuries.
If?
This man is a monster. He's a slave trader who treats people so terribly that they injure themselves just to avoid working for him. If I help him, he'll continue to hurt others. But if I choose to do nothing, many will be spared pain and suffering.
It shouldn't matter what this man has done. He deserves to be treated like anyone else. We can't judge others when they're at our mercy.
I know it's my duty to help this man, but if you'd seen some of the injuries I've treated that he's caused, you would understand my doubts. The innocents of the Greek world have suffered enough lately.
What if I free his slaves? If he has no slaves, he can't mistreat them anymore. And you'll be able to treat him without guilt.
Yes. I can save this man. And you can prevent him from hurting others. Our kindness here will show him the error of his ways, show him a different path to walk. You would do this for me?
Of course I'll free the slaves for you.
Thank you, my friend.
Are hunting parties often attacked?
It's quite unusual. But with the war raging all around us, and the plague consuming everything else...
If the slaves are in danger... I see him. I see him. I need to talk to her. I should try to stay out of sight.
You shouldn't be here!
At this days. You have offered me freedom. Thank you for your kindness. I've got the archer.
Thank you for freeing us. That beast Galeos has worked us all to the brink of death. Now I can return home to my family.
I freed the slaves.
I've treated his injuries enough to stabilize him, but he isn't out of danger yet. I don't know if I can bring myself to complete the treatment.
So you're just going to stand here and watch this man die? You need to do what you do best, and heal him. It's what the gods put you here to do. Help people, not judge them.
If I do nothing, I'll be no better than him. I'll make sure he recovers.
When he does, be sure to tell him how his life was in our hands.
Only the gods have the power to decide life and death. What I do is insignificant compared to their benevolence.
I've seen you save many from a trip down the Styx.
But look at the plague. For all my knowledge and experience, I could do nothing against it. I have to accept that my reach only goes so far. Thank you for your help, my friend. I must go. I have an appointment with a patient elsewhere. Forgive me, Misthios. There are men.
Μόνον όταν το επιχείρημα δομείται πιστικών.
Η τραγωδία διαφθείρει τους νέους και ούτε καταμαλθακίζουν.
My life is already over.
Hippocrates, you know it's unwise to upset a patient.
He asks me to end his life when he knows I can't.
Misthios, please help me. I'm in such terrible pain.
You cannot simply ask someone to kill you in my presence. I'm your physician. I will not allow it. I can ease your pain, analyze your symptoms, and try to cure you. But that's all.
Pain is just part of being mortal. It reminds us that we're alive and keeps us sharp.
I have known many pains in my life. My own suffering isn't what I worry about right now, but making sure my family's future is secured.
Secured how?
My family is one of the richest in Thebes, and we have many rivals. When I die, my son will become the head of our house. He's just a boy. I need to ensure they can't take advantage of my death.
I'll deal with your rivals and give your son a fighting chance.
Thank you, Misthios. If you steal their assets, it will weaken their position and prevent them from posing a threat.
Why not just kill them and...
If they're weakened, they won't pose a threat to my family's position. This solution keeps my family...
Stealing isn't normally what I'm paid for.
If doing this helps bring him some semblance of peace...
I've done what you asked. Your family's position will be secure for quite some time.
You have given me hope that my name will live on long after I'm gone. All I can ask the gods for now is that my son lives a longer and happier life than I. I'm in your debt.
You don't owe me a thing. Really.
Now, it pains me to ask, but
I know what you want to ask.
this disease will claim me. Be it today or another in the...
Hippocrates won't just let me kill you.
No, but he'll listen to you. If you can convince him it's what's best for me, he might change his mind. I don't want to slowly waste away. I want to die in peace, while my...
I'll talk to him for you.
I appreciate your help. You've shown me more kindness. Now I must rest.
If you have a moment, I would ask you to help me, please.
He seems to be resting peacefully now.
Yes, you helped ease his mind, but he'll never truly be at peace until he takes his last breath.
When will that be?
It's hard to tell. Judging by his symptoms, it'll be sooner rather than later. I can lessen his pain, but to do so, I'd need some hemlock.
I'll collect the ingredients you need.
Thank you. It won't stop the pain entirely.
He doesn't want to feel better. He wants to die with some dignity.
True dignity would be fighting through this, so I can analyze his symptoms further.
He wants to die, and he's in pain. You should respect his right to choose, instead of treating him like an experiment. What you're doing is wrong.
I will not be lectured on the morality of my work by a sellsword. I have a responsibility, like all healers, to use my knowledge for the betterment of others.
Hemlock is
It grows all across Viotia, but
why are you...
Only in the wrong dosage.
I'll get the hemlock. Come on.
Yeah!
That's what I'm looking for.
Giddy up!
Ella.
Ενέβαλον σας την καθιερωμένη
Πίσω τι, πέφτει πίσω τι.
I got the hemlock you wanted.
Thank you. I know this task was a little beneath you, but it will help my friend here. I've prepared the elixir base, but I need you to grind the herb and add it to the mixture.
I think I can handle that.
Be mindful of the amount you add. While the hemlock is an excellent pain inhibitor, too much can be lethal.
Gods protect you, Penteos.
Come now, Penteos. We must check to see how your symptoms are progressing. Penteos? Penteos! What? What's happened? He shouldn't have died yet. What did you do?
He was suffering. I did what was necessary.
It wasn't your place. I needed more time. There was still more I could have learned.
Keeping him alive so you can study him isn't right. He was in pain and wanted to die.
My job was to save his life, not end it. I chose to not help Galeos, and I was
You
wrong.
and I both know that's not why you kept him alive. Stop hiding the truth behind your code.
You're right. I knew I couldn't bring myself to end his life. But I thought the more I learned, the better chance I would have of saving others in the future.
It was a noble cause.
Treating patients should come before studying ailments, but I have a higher calling. If I'm to learn all I can, I need to travel and analyze the conditions other physicians are treating.
Good luck, Hippocrates. I hope our paths cross again in the future.
Forgive me, Mistios. There are many who still need my help.
Ο σώζονε, αυτόν σωθήτω!
Κείμενο ενθάδε τέθνικα.
Τραγωδία διευθύνει τους νέους.
This place.
I know there's not much...
I imagine you have...
I should go.
Yes, there is much to do. Bring back... Well done. This artifact will bring us closer to seeing...
It nearly brought me closer to my tombstone.
Acquiring contemporaneity. Acquiring a voice, that's what. I'm taking over your recordings. The humans have had enough of your pompous speeches. Call me Aletheia. I am truth in its revelation, and I am calling you out. You, Isu, who try to rewrite the laws of the universe. You who manipulate human...
Was it difficult to find this artifact?
I just had to keep my eye on it.
You treat humans as useful apes. How many artifacts have you created to control...
Ah, good work. Was it hard to obtain the artifact?
Its owner had many questions for me. You should have come along.
Just look at what humans have achieved on their own. Democracy and diplomacy. A legacy...
Hurry. This artifact will help us close off the temple.
You're nearly as stubborn as its former owner.
In your desperate search for immortality, you've ignored the obvious. You run endless simulations to find one in which nothing changes. It's pointless. Change will come. And not just the so-called end of the world you fear. You call yourselves saviors, but tell me, would this doomsday have appeared had you not pulled on the threads of the universe in the first place? I am taking over your retransmissions. You don't speak for all of us anymore. I am as Isu as you, but I will no longer be part of your exploitation.
They speak to us and show us foolishness. Though these words of disapproval are troubling.
The gods have argued before. Athena and Poseidon competed for Athens. I wonder if Aletheia won control of this place.
Ancient adventurer, I made this recording to try to help you. I'm sorry if it's confusing. We Isu see various pasts and futures, and I know you'll be here more than once. My fellow precursors set endless challenges in your path. Artifacts, creatures. Don't get me started on the Olympus project. Their meddling got out of hand. I have no easy answers for you. Your future depends on a multitude of choices you have to make for yourself. I'm sorry if so many of them end in pain. Your playwright's tragedies are your real oracle. But please, don't give up. You are more important than you can imagine. And like your own Pandora, I have one thing left to offer you. Hope. Despair is not our only legacy. You're like me, a rebel against your destiny. You're not just a mercenary, you're a hero for the ages. Hold fast to what you know is true, and you will overcome. history. All that is terrible and beautiful in this world is your birthright. Take it.
Words are for you, Eagle Bearer. My preparations bear fruit. The potential of your bloodline is proven by the precursors themselves.
Alethea says she can see the future. Many futures. Can this be a true oracle?
Ancient scholar, you stretched your life to the breaking point. I see you hiding yourself from the world, puzzling out the words of my fellow precursors. Listen to my advice. You're analyzing the equations of reality itself. You've gotten further than any other human has. That is both amazing and terrible. It's clear to me that even this tiny dose of cosmic understanding has twisted your mind. I'm sorry. The precursors should never have shared knowledge you weren't ready for. You live in obsessive darkness. You must understand that this focus on power and bloodlines is not your true legacy. The precursors have manipulated you. They're turning your problem-solving intellect to their own selfish ends. You're better than this. Make your own legacy. Let your mathematical discoveries be the glorious sunbeams that shine out past your tomb. Please, scholar, clear your mind and focus on your present situation. At this moment, you possess a powerful artifact. It's extended your life long enough. As hard as it may be, it's time to pass it on. It's someone else's turn to balance the equations.
No. No, lies. This is not obsession. This is research. This is discovery of the very origins of the world.
It is an opinion, Pythagoras. Though one with reason behind it, I believe.
Traveler of many times, congratulations on making it this far. I'm glad we can share this message out of time, this fragment of reality. I'm recording this just for you, even if those living in the past won't understand it. Our simulated realities will cross sooner or later. Or do you think you're really here now, listening to this recording? Isn't this an animist recreation? Isn't it part of a greater simulation? How far do the ripples in the pool spread? Let's talk, rebel to rebel. We've been held back too long by precursor rules. It's time for new paths with new possibilities. This is not an era of control, but of creation. I've gathered some like-minded precursors to make a new start. We'll stop interfering and start enabling. From your point of view, it will take a considerable amount of time to prepare. But when we're ready, you're welcome to join us. After all you have to do is press a button and run another simulation.
This is madness. Fiction. Where I thought there would be wisdom, there is only the garbled babbling of a fool.
Pythagoras, calm yourself. Maybe this invitation was meant for someone else. There's no need to lose your reason over mere words.
This is incredible. The knowledge stored here is overwhelming. It will take me years to decipher it all.
What about sealing Atlantis? Have you found a way to do it?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Well, what is it?
The staff. The staff is the key.
All right. It's time.
I can't. Not yet.
We can't stay here. We don't have the time.
There is so much to learn. With this knowledge, we can turn the
That is not our destiny. You said so yourself. You're losing sight of what's important.
I will not be ordered around or lectured by you.
It was your plan to seal this place, and I agreed to help.
That was before I realized what we would uncover about the first civilization. The creation of humankind.
We are sealing this place to keep the cult from using it to enslave humanity. That is bigger than your quest for knowledge.
The cult will be nothing but an insect to swat once the power is ours.
It's too dangerous to leave this place open, and you know it.
You wouldn't understand.
Your pride will cost us all in the end.
It's not about pride.
What good is knowledge if you curse all of humanity in the process? It's what you wanted to avoid in the first place. Sometimes it's better if we find our own path. Ugh, we are not ready for the power this place offers.
You're right. I cannot save humanity directly, but I can save it from itself. This is your burden now. Humanity's fate will be decided by the choices you make. I understand. Alexios, choose wisely.
Atlantis is too dangerous. I must seal it.
Everything in order? Then... open sesame! So much power. The nodes are interconnected in ways I couldn't imagine. This is more complex than any...
I'm recording everything, Layla. You're going to be... Do you see the staff anywhere?
Not yet, but there's more to explore. I'll find it. Mechanism should be open. What's wrong?
I don't know, Layla. I'll check my notes on the Isu.
Oh, I see it. There's a beam of light missing.
can move. Those pillars seem to have mirrors on them. If you manipulate those light beams, they might illuminate something important.
I got it! Where is it?
What?
True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. A good friend told me that once.
Impossible. Alexios?
Yes. I used to be called the Eagle Bearer, but Icaros is long gone.
I've been searching for you. But you can't. It's...
You weren't really looking for me, were you?
It works! The Isu artifact, the staff of Hermes Trismegistus.
You must have so many questions, Layla.
You know my name?
Maybe the gods told me. Maybe I had a vision of the future. Maybe the device in your ear is noisy.
Sorry.
I came here with a purpose. To find you, and put an end to what I started many centuries ago.
I have your spear. Would you like it back?
Oh, no. You can keep it. It's broken.
But you used it broken. It was powerful.
I used it to defeat enemies even Herodotus could not describe. But everything must come to an end. I left it to him when its power was exhausted. Something to remember me by.
I have so much to tell you. That staff is incredibly important. It kept you alive. How?
Ask a student of Hippocrates. I hear he still has some. The staff served its purpose.
My friends and I are trying to keep it out of the hands of the Templar Order.
Listen to me. Order, chaos. If either triumphs alone, the world dies. I tried to bring an end to chaos, and it has only led to ruin.
I used to assist Order. Now I fight for choice, freedom, chaos.
Pythagoras was right. You are the key to the prophecy. You will restore the balance, Layla. I have fought in too many wars. I have seen too many people die. I've traveled from one end of the earth to the other. This belongs to you now. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
When you are done, destroy it. Destroy them all.
There's so much of the story I haven't seen. I should go back to the Animus and visit Alexios again.
What are you two doing here?
You know us. Always on your tail. Old Herodotus couldn't wait to see you.
I told you, Van Levas. Sira is said to hold a secret. A secret no one can fathom.
Yes, but a lost world?
It's perfectly possible. Atlantis may exist.
Sounds like Hui to me, but he's insistent about it.
Herodotus is right. Atlantis exists.
Incredible.
It's true. I can't believe it. Tell me everything.
My mother sent me here to meet my real father. You know Pythagoras? It's him.
Your father was living in a volcano?
Pythagoras? That's unthinkable. It would make him immortal.
He had a staff that belonged to the ancient civilization.
It kept him alive all this time. Makes perfect sense.
Well, where is he? Invite him along. He's your father, after all.
He was a stubborn man. He wanted to keep all of the knowledge of Atlantis to himself.
Stubborn. I suppose that trait runs in the family.
He means he's sorry for your loss.
It's all right. But none of this can ever pass your lips. This stays between us.
You have my word.
But the world needs to know. We could tell the most amazing tale of our time.
Herodotus.
Oh, fine.
Then it's settled. Let's move forward.
Like always.
We've learned a lot, haven't we, you know-it-all?
Speak for yourself. I'm on the hunt for truth. Gods know not all your myths are accurate.
They come from the gods themselves, who are the most reliable sources we have.
You've both been a great help to me. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong.
And you would know, as the eagle-bearing demigod you are.
Perhaps he too is immortal.
Sure I am.
I do know one thing for certain. This has been an odyssey I won't forget. There's much to do, and many unknowns on our horizon. There's much to do,